if you post that, you have to provide a photo. We as a Reddit subreddit community, you have to get at least 100 upvotes that you are an above average looking man.
Okay.
Because, honey, the amount of 4s that think that they're 7s, men think that they are so damn charming. Why? Because their mom's been telling them that their whole life. Men are so inflated in how they look, the majority of them. And women, it's the opposite. And that's why we see so many examples of drop dead gorgeous angels with little trolls. And you're like, how the did they end up together?
The beautiful thing is we're all human. This all happens.
You can do whatever you want. There's consequences, but do whatever you want.
People are going to do what they want to do.
100%.
Bottom line.
The baby's crying and the dog's barking. I'm like, you're bad. Welcome to Two Girls, One Thread. Welcome to Two Girls, One Thread. Today is a very exciting episode because we are going to help men, one of my greatest passions in life. We're going to ask men what's on their mind, right?
Yes.
What is, I simply feel the
I feel
pulse.
like there's so many subreddits just filled with advice.
Yes.
It's actually a beautiful community of men.
It is a beautiful community of men, which incidentally is the tramp stamp that I have as a celebration of all the men that I've been with. Simply a beautiful community of men. Yeah, there's nothing that I love more than that. And it is, though. I mean, they are getting answers to questions that they probably don't feel comfortable asking people in real life. That is beautiful. That's one of the beautiful things about the internet. Yeah, sometimes when you just can write it out and somebody even not giving you advice and just being like, I've been there, brother. I get what you're saying. Oftentimes that is more healing than receiving advice.
Completely.
Unless you're making a direct appeal to the community, such as these posters. One thing is I do feel very confident we're going to be able to help a lot of men today.
I think so too. I love helping men.
I love helping men. There's nothing that makes me feel better than if I'm not helping a man, I'm not happy. Okay, I'm going to kick us off in honor of men. And I know it sounds like I'm being sarcastic, but for the 5 to 10 men in my life that have earned that spot, I really do love helping them. Those are my boys. You know who you are. Okay. Ask men over 30. Torn between staying on my rural homestead or moving closer to a better community, what would you do? Right now, I live in an extremely rural area where I've built a pretty beautiful life in some ways. I've got about 5 acres of land that I take care of, and it's peaceful and quiet. My mom also left me another nearby property with a home and farmyard, so there's a strong family tie here. But the truth is, I'm struggling with the community aspect. The area is very isolated, and while there are some good-hearted people, it's not the kind of environment that feels like me. There's a lot of alcoholism, a lack of ambition, and not much culture or personal growth happening around here. I often feel like I'm stagnating socially and mentally. The other option is to move to a nearby city. I'd have a smaller home, a smaller yard, but hopefully a more vibrant, active community and more cultural life while still keeping my mother's home. The downside is being a little farther from family and leaving behind the land I've put time and effort into. For context, I'm a nurse, so I also have the flexibility to take travel contracts. Part of me wonders if I should keep this rural place as a home base while I travel, or if it's time to really move on and start fresh in a place that feels more aligned with who I am now. So I guess my question is, would you stay rooted in a peaceful but lonely place and travel for stimulation, or move somewhere smaller with more life around you and close that chapter?
I think move somewhere with more life, one life to live. It sounds like the peaceful but lonely place isn't bringing her alive.
I think, isn't it a guy?
Oh, is it a guy?
Oh, because he said he's a nurse? I think it's a guy. Oh,
then it's a guy.
My God.
Either way. Exactly. It probably would be easier for him to date in a city.
Yes. But he didn't even express anything about that, which I also thought was interesting. Men can be nurses. We love male nurses here, famously. Hashtag meet the parents.
Many beautiful male nurses.
Amazing. I think that the family ties, it's kind of like financially, can they stay? Can they keep the mom's house or keep one of the house or rent it out?
If and then paid off.
Right. Or just Airbnb that shit. Gorgeous, peaceful homestead. Are your wife and kids driving you crazy? Get over here to this Airbnb. And then they go and live in the city. They find some friends. One life to live.
Completely.
I think. I started with that post, by the way, because I wanted to show you that I could be on my best behavior, because obviously I pulled some stuff that's not as sweet as that. But I wanted to start with a goody boy example.
I think that's beautiful, because even if you are living, let's say, in the more peaceful place,
yes,
and telling yourself, well, I am a travel nurse, so I will travel for work,
right,
or I can drive into the city when I want, it's not always the same.
No, I think it's mostly not the same. You know, bridge and tunnel kind of vibe, because then you got to worry about, it's like, if you're going out, or how are you getting home? It's a lot more pressure if you meet someone at a bar, you want to take them home, and you're like, all right, hop in, we got 4.5 hours to go.
Yeah.
So maybe a little, like, you know, bachelor pad downtown or something.
I think so too.
Okay, we solved it. That's one. Let's see how many we can get through in an hour. I'm going to say at least 10.
Okay. This is from AskMen Relationships. I have hidden my one night stand for my partner.
Oh.
When I, 26 female, was in my dating phase, I went out with a few guys for first dates, and I did end up sleeping with one of them. I've told my current partner, 30 male, about all those dates, but not about this one night. I've been holding back because he's always said sleeping with a stranger is such a weird thing to do. And I've kind of agreed with him on that. So if I tell him I've actually done it myself, it'll sound completely opposite to what I've made him believe. I'm scared he might judge me for it. It's been sitting on my mind lately, and I can't help but feel a little guilty for not being fully honest.
Right.
Is it really that important to be super honest about things like this with your partner, especially when you are serious with them?
Personally, unless your partner is somebody who has expressed from day one and early on, before making it exclusive, this is something that's very important to me. I'm going to need to know your full body count and history before I'm going to feel comfortable moving on. If they said that to you and you were like, I agree to those terms, I'm going to list my whole body count out for you. And then they also did it, right? It was a mutual exchange, and you lied and left this one thing out, then that is like, that's not cool. The expectation that I would be with someone and it is a demand that I have to tell them all of that, then I would say they should find somebody who is more in alignment with their values.
That's true.
I would never demand that information of someone, but similar to things that you've said in the past where it's like, but I'd be open to hearing it. They don't have to tell me, but I would certainly be curious.
Top comment. Women in accountability, ...
Oh boy.
A Venn diagram with non-converging circles.
Okay, that's a mathematician. That's a man.
So that was before you met your partner, right? No reason to bring it up in that case. Right. I'm sure there are other things where you disagree and you don't feel the need to bring up every past experience completely.
Can I say something? This feels like something that somebody would write on a piece of scrap notebook paper and put into a large bowl at some kind of like fake sex ed at a Christian megachurch.
Oh, got it.
It feels so quaint.
Yes.
Like the guilt that this person is feeling. It's like, what is the boyfriend saying all the time? I don't know. I mean, what do you think? Do you think that you think they should just keep it to themselves, or do you think that that is fair and that they should have to disclose that?
I think you keep it to yourself. Famously.
Keep it tight. Keep it tight. Lock it up. Nobody has secrets anymore.
Yeah.
I've always said that. Okay, I got something for you. I got something for you, baby. All right. Okay. Okay. This is in the Reddit thread AskMen over 30. Does anyone else have no personality? I seem to have no personality. I never have anything to talk about. I don't have any hobbies, and I'm just a very boring person. It gets in the way of forming friendships or connections with people and makes social situations very awkward. Is this just how I am? Is there any way to fix it? Okay, so this person is asking, does anyone else have no personality? Kath?
I think a personality is a collection of opinions, of outlooks on the world.
Okay.
Perhaps having to do with like storytelling. Are you good at telling stories about past experiences?
Oh, interesting.
I think a lot of a personality comes from putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
And even if you're not necessarily the most social person, you can expand your own experiences by
Yeah.
travel. Well, he said he doesn't do hobbies.
Right. Or he doesn't have any.
Try new things.
Mhm.
I think you can even have a personality from just, I don't know, being kind and holding space for others
Mhm.
in like an active way, like being a good listener.
Yeah.
If you don't have that much to say yourself, and eventually the opinions will come.
Yeah.
I find though that having a personality requires like a little bit of introspection as well,
Mhm.
and like coming up with views on the world and your own experiences.
Right. Well, I I'll start by saying this. I
Okay.
think that having no personality is definitely better than having a bad personality.
Yes. Oh, for sure.
I would definitely prefer a bit of a blank slate, a bit of a, bump on a log than a wet blanket, So sure, you have no personality. Do I think you're the only person with no personality? Absolutely the
Oh,
fuck not.
completely.
There are endless people. You have so much community you don't even know about. There's so many people with no personalities, even more with bad personalities. So you're not alone. I'm curious though about your definition of a personality being somebody's personality is kind of their perceptions and the way that they tell stories and these things. So I've never thought of that. I would never define a personality that way. But I see what you're saying and I agree with what you're saying. But I've never thought of it in those terms.
Well, if someone comes to you and says, I don't have a personality, I think it's more of how can you encourage them
Hmm.
to lose that viewpoint? Because I think it
Yes.
almost becomes a little bit self-defeating.
Right.
You get in your own head about not having a personality.
Yes.
Which awareness is the first step.
Of
There are
course.
plenty of people who don't have personalities
Yes.
and aren't aware that they don't have personalities.
I was
and
gonna
continue
say-
to run their mouths.
Correct.
Yes.
I was going to say, I mean, I don't feel like I've ever heard from somebody with no personality admitting they have no personality. I think actually what might be worse than having a bad personality is having no personality, but thinking that you're very charming.
Yes.
Because that's a damn nightmare. We got plenty of that out here as well. I think maybe sometimes it could be helpful to define things by what it's not. So for me, a personality is not clothing. It's not a sports team affiliation. It's not where you went to school. Those things that kind of stand out. Because I think a lot of times, what do people make their personality, right? I think a relationship shouldn't be your personality. But I don't know. It's so hard because I don't know. Defining personality to me, even just trying to break that down is kind of a bit of a mind fuck for me right now. Because I'm almost thinking of personhood and people's souls and their kind of general vibration and energy. But yeah, I mean, is personality more about how you present yourself? Is it about how you're perceived? Is it about how you are when no one else is around? Like, that's more important to me. I can have a great time. You can put me in a damn empty room with the lights off. I'll have a great time. That's not going to be an issue, So it's
And that's
not.
why we pay you the big bucks.
That's exactly right.
It's true.
But I'm saying that is so, that is not something that's just put on. But parts of my personality and everyone's are put on, right? When we're engaging with people and what we bring out in one another. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, what other advice could we give with somebody who has no personality, how to develop one? I mean, who are people that you think have good personalities that, I mean, sometimes you can think of an example. I want to emulate them. I love that person's energy. I love how they move through the world. Sometimes that can be helpful, a little bit of a fake it till you make it. Maybe this person could make a list of all the people that they know in their personal life and just whatever, celebrities or athletes or whoever they happen to look up to. I know they don't have any interests or hobbies. So somebody at the grocery store, whatever.
true.
But right, you can start to emulate that. Oh, what is it about that person? Oh, they're very cool. They're very calm, cool, and collected. Oh, I really like how they relate to older people. I really like how they bring people together. I like how when they come in a room, they bring this type of, I don't know, and start to try to emulate some of those things maybe.
Yeah. And I think a lot of personality can come with practice as well. If
For
you're not
sure.
a super social person,
Yeah.
there's lots of ways to get reps in
Okay.
with just people in the day to day.
Say more.
I think it can be a lot of pressure to, let's say, be a man who feels like he has no personality and to
Right.
be in the dating pool.
Yeah.
He can also go out of his way on a day to day basis
Mm-hmm.
to meaningfully connect with people around him
Mm-hmm.
and practice coming out of his shell more.
Mm-hmm. That might lead to some connection. That might lead to some discovery of interest. I don't think it's ever too late to find a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
I love to recommend to people, read a book.
You do love reading.
Go to a bookstore, go to the library, get some binoculars, look up in the trees. People seem to love that.
So don't need to have a hobby to still find something to talk about. I think that's what a personality is, right?
Okay.
You have something to talk about.
Okay. I like that. It gives me something to think about, and I'm going to work on it. This is us holding space for the person with no personality.
I know. Oh, here.
Okay.
So parlaying on our last one.
Perfect.
Ask men advice again. Do some quiet guys really enjoy a chatty girlfriend?
Oh.
4 months into this relationship, which feels good, yet I occasionally question whether his kindness stems from genuine affection or simply a desire to keep me happy.
Oh.
It niggles at the back of my mind. I enjoy chatting, really connecting through conversation,
Okay.
though our discussions tend to be led by me. He's more reserved, typically. He lets me share what happened during my day, offering comments when something strikes him. Occasionally I check whether I dominate conversations, yet he invariably responds that he enjoys hearing my thoughts. Should I offer an apology? He insists there's no need. In fact, he playfully shares with others how our dynamic works. I speak while he lends an ear. Does this energetic back and forth feel natural if you're generally more reserved? Alternatively, is he simply caught up in new feelings, seeing things through rose-tinted glasses?
So I think this person is a woman that's writing this. She, I think, is feeling insecure. It's like going, well, it's 4 months in. Maybe this is fake. I think believe people when they tell you how they feel. If the boyfriend is saying, I love that you talk because it actually takes the pressure off because I don't relate like that, or I feel awkward and I feel more comfortable to be like that. There's so many people like this dynamic is.
I know, top comment. I know a couple where the dude never says anything.
I love that.
And the wife is verbal diarrhea. They've been together since high school.
That's so beautiful.
And married almost 20 years.
And there you go. That dynamic works all the time, I think. But yeah, it sounds like she's just self-conscious. If she is aware enough to be saying, I'm checking in, am I steamrolling? Am I dominating too much? She's very aware of what's going on. She's checking in with herself. She's checking in with her partner. He has reassured her several times. That's not how I feel. Then believe him. I believe that he is relieved because I'm chatty Cathy. And anytime I've been in a relationship where that is the dynamic, I do feel we both are happier. But literally, because there are so many people, like I feel like I've been with a lot of shy guys and like quieter, people who are more introverted, and this is gonna sound shocking, balance each other out. And they love it, takes the pressure off. We're in a social situation, even with their friends or their family or their coworkers. And if I need to simply tap in and hold it down for the family, I can do that. Then they're just chilling.
Yeah.
That is going to just make him love you more. And in so many social situations, group settings, people get very overwhelmed, which is very normal. And like, depending like what family you came from, what your, everything, your whole life is, you're going to be more or less comfortable navigating that.
I think so too.
Have you experienced that dynamic? Have you been with people who are very chatty?
I have. I usually like to let men lead in conversation.
Oh my God. Why? You're pissing me off. Just kidding. Why?
Because
No, I love it. We come from different places in our brains.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I know that I can be entertaining and
yes.
from time to time, but I sometimes find that men maybe prefer to be like to lead in conversation,
Right.
especially if the man finds himself to be funny. So I usually just sit there and play a little bit more of like the straight woman in that dynamic,
Right.
let him lead.
And that's
It
just
really
because you
just
love
depends.
them?
Yeah, I love them.
Right. And you're trying to make them like feel good or feel happy?
And I find like men are great. I think they're super entertaining.
Yeah.
So
But do you
I
feel
usually just
good?
try to follow their cadence.
I see.
Hmm.
And what about your cadence? What would your preferred dynamic be
Yeah, I mean,
in an ideal
I
world?
can go either way.
Hmm.
I can be like a super enthusiastic and more quiet companion, or I can lead the conversation as well.
Right. Good skills to have on both
Mhm.
ends. I didn't think about the dynamic of somebody I mean, it's kind of obvious that's probably what most people are, but someone who's more chatty or verbose, but is not really that charming and not really,
Yeah.
that would be tough.
I don't really
That would be
like being
tough.
the woman in a relationship with a man
Hmm.
who's constantly just popping off.
Yeah.
You know,
Uh-huh.
I like him to lead more.
Gotcha. Yeah, I have not. I mean, I've definitely never been with a mouthy man. I'll tell you that much. That has simply never been something that I have sought out. But yeah, I think it's funny because like I consider you like in dynamics, like, I mean, just between our dynamic, obviously, I'm a lot more running my mouth
Hmm.
than you are. But you in your sort of groundedness, you have sort of really demonstrated and taught me, I'm still learning, the power of the pause and like sitting in those moments and like your presence is felt whether or not you're saying something or not. And sometimes it's actually more powerful to just kind of like simply listen and notice and observe, and you don't have to take up space by by always dominating maybe the conversation. So I think that is like a very beautiful thing that I would like to get better at.
I think you're great, babe.
Thanks. But I can definitely work on it.
Okay. This is from AskMen. Have you ever ruined a friendship by shooting your shot with a female friend?
Oh,
What happened and how did it end? Wanting to hear stories from guys who have given it a go to see if their female friend was interested, made a move, properly dated. How old were you? How long had you been friends when you gave it a shot? If it worked out, how long have you been together? If it didn't, how did you move past it? Are you still friends?
oh,
How did it change the friendship?
okay.
And our top commenter, I have no story, just advice. Shoot your shot. Do not wait in order to preserve the friendship. Because
Oh.
once that person is with someone else and they have kids and continue their life, they ain't gonna have time for you.
Oh.
Not because they mean, but because life is limited.
Yep.
Time the older you get, you'll just be left holding some mythical preserved friendship that you can never trade in for anything.
Whoa. Okay, that person got real and I like that energy.
So have you ever ruined a friendship by shooting your shot?
Are you asking me?
Mhm.
I'm sure I have. I famously shoot shots. I definitely, carpe diem, extremely aware of my own mortality. I don't really believe in, holding back, but I believe in thoughtful timing. And I believe that timing is everything. So I think that like, if you are shooting your shot, you gotta make sure that the vibes are right, that you really know what it is that you feel and that you're trying to express. And in an ideal world, you do have a plan of like, okay, well, if they do not reciprocate, how am I gonna move through this? But I'm trying to think if I ever have. Honestly, this is kind of dark. I think probably with men. I think like back in the day when I was closeted, I feel like I was rejected by men all the time. And like if I had a crush on somebody, like I would tell them and then they'd be like, literally, ew.
What?
I'm literally, that would happen. And they were probably just picking up on stuff that I wasn't. I think like with a female friend, I don't know if I've experienced that, but I just think that, I think timing is everything. And I think life is short. And it's like, if you tell somebody how you really feel, okay, that's a vulnerable
Mm-hmm.
thing. That's an admirable thing. There's a high risk, high reward scenario because they could reject you or, not be feeling it. That fucking sucks. But they could also be like, why didn't you tell me that? How long have you known? And then you live happily ever after. So no risk, no reward.
Mm-hmm.
Have you?
Have I shot a shot with a friend?
And been rejected. We know
No,
men
I
have shot a
haven't.
shot with you
No, I
and been
haven't.
rejected. So that's not the interesting
Well, do you
question.
think that that men and women can be friends, like platonically?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can,
Yeah, I think they can as well.
I live that. I have all of my male friendships are platonic, and that's going to break the hearts of my gay friends, my gay male
What
friends.
is the Rose Byrne?
The what?
The Rose Byrne Seth Rogen TV show.
Oh, The Studio?
No, when they're like they're college friends who reconnect.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's so funny.
Okay.
Yeah, so that kind of explores the theme as well.
Okay.
Can men and women just be platonic friends?
Just be friends.
In adulthood? I think so.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think?
So
you think it's possible?
She's married with kids in that series, and he's just fresh off a breakup.
Mm-hmm.
But the two of them are just very much boys in it.
Yes.
So I think kind of if both people are spoken for, I think that makes it easier to just be friends.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that like in sort of a large swath of society, there is a lot more kind of firmer rules, and like it helps if like, oh no, but she's got a person and I've got a person. That makes people feel more secure.
Mm-hmm.
I know that it makes, probably the female partners of my male friends feel more secure because they know I'm gay.
Mm-hmm.
So then they're like, okay, then who cares? And it's like, I think that we can even do better than that.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think that we can all be friends with everybody, and we should. And I think it gets really
Wow, look at
creepy.
you building bridges.
It gets creepy when people can't.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, you're not in a secure relationship. Like, I just think like if you can't trust your partner to be friends with somebody until they prove that you can't trust them, then I don't know. I just can't live like that. And all those like weird rules about like who you can talk to and who you can go out with, it provides this like false sense of safety, because the reality is your husband of 50 years that you have all these kids with can walk away at any time and blow it all up. And the person that is a loser that you're not investing in could be the most dedicated partner forever, and you never get married or anything. So that's what I think. But yeah, I think men and women can be friends. I think arguably they should be. I think the boys should be counting their blessings, and that the good ones are, and that's where I sit with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, we're literally cranking these solutions. I'm obsessed. Okay. Okay. Okay, this is from my new favorite thread, AskMen. Men who use AI girlfriend apps. What's the appeal? Genuine question, not judging. I keep seeing ads for these apps and I'm curious what people actually get out of them. Is it companionship, role play, just having someone to talk to? For those who use them, what made you start and what keeps you using them? Top commenter. For a start, you can turn her off if she starts giving you shit. So stupid. Another top commenter. Never used it, but seems simple enough. Attention and affection. Companionship. Someone to talk to who won't laugh at you or leave you.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Is that OnlyFans?
I don't know, but I'm going to look into it. How do you get affection from an AI girlfriend? Obviously not physical, or maybe not obviously. I mean, I'm very, I guess, ignorant. So
I imagine the app sends you automated texts in the morning. Hope you have a good day.
Oh, hope you have a good day. Hi. That's what the text says. It's so sad. It's actually not even sad. It's more sad, like how fragile and vulnerable the human condition is. That's truly all we really want is these basic connections. Like that actually is what lights everybody up inside. It's like, Mom, look at me. I'm going to jump in the pool. I see you, honey. That's what people like. That's what it's all about.
Yes.
Sending a little text. I care about you. I recognize that you're alive on this planet at the same time as me. Just want you to know I'm thinking of you. I mean, that shit brings me to my damn knees. Don't you think?
I agree.
Have you ever had an AI girlfriend or companion?
I haven't.
Are you open to it?
It seems most people are dating ChatGPT anyway at the present. I've yet to try that as well.
ChatGPT is poly. You've had to try ChatGPT. Right? You haven't tried it?
I haven't tried dating my ChatGPT.
Oh, you haven't? Okay, you haven't. Okay,
I've
good.
heard women before, they've named
Yes.
their ChatGPT
Okay.
to frame it more as a friend.
Right.
I'm not at that level.
Okay. Okay. But give it time. I mean, the future, who knows? I think that, I think it's bizarre, but it's not surprising. And just some of the responses are heartbreaking. Somebody doesn't laugh at you when you talk. Honey, you need a new girlfriend.
Do you think women are as likely to have AI
Absolutely
boyfriends?
not.
No.
Absolutely not. There's no way.
Yeah.
For a number of reasons. Women definitely do have them, for sure. I think it would skew,
I think so too. Okay, ask men advice.
Whew.
Ex-romantic interest suggested a hookup. She has a boyfriend. Why do this?
Oof.
Ex-romantic interest turned friend. We got very
Why do this?
we got very intimated and close way before she entered into a committed relationship with her current boyfriend.
Classic.
We shared a deep connection, but she had feelings for this guy she is with now. She rejected my pursuit and I moved on.
Oh.
She suggested to stay in touch and stay friends, which I wasn't opposed to because she is a good friend.
Okay.
That's how we got close at the end of the day. The guy she is with is a very good man and he treats her well. And that's what's confusing to me. Why would you suggest to hooking up with me and betray this kind man? Don't tell me now that you miss the connection we had.
Right.
That ship has sailed. I can't do this to bro. I think I need to completely cut her off from my life. I told her what she suggested was wrong, and she should reflect on that. To me, this is something low lives do. I'm now grateful. I'm not in a relationship with her. Holy cow. Am I overreacting? This is wrong, right?
No, I'm in complete agreement with this guy. I don't think he's overreacting at all. I think that she's going to break up with the guy. So she's trying to sniff out if she can have any little rope to swing to before she's fully on her own, perhaps even start receiving attention while she's already kind of made up her mind that she's going to break up with the boyfriend simultaneously. I think he dodged a bullet, as he has stated, the poster. Yeah, it's shady as hell. I think that violates bro code, and I use bro gender neutral term. I think that is not cool at all.
I also find these situations point to the person's integrity as a future partner. So it makes me a little bit less attracted to them as well.
To the girl who's doing that. 100. Yeah. And he pointed that out because it's like, oh, okay. So if that's how people tell on themselves all the time. It's like, if that's how you're behaving, right, as you're exiting a relationship, what makes you think, I mean, that's a trope, right? Like, okay, if you start a relationship with someone through infidelity, that's probably how it's going to end. Because
That's true.
So yeah, I mean, I think like she's telling on herself, this is like where it's all aligned. He sounds like he shattered his shoot. Yeah. Before was rejected. And now, he's realizing, I think like directly saying to her what he said was like pretty nice, honestly, and just saying like, yo, you need to reflect on your behavior. Like, this is not it.
So what do you think about, for example, as a career strategy?
Yes.
You're never supposed to leave a job until you have the next one lined up.
Yes.
Do you think that works for relationships or no?
I do not think that works for relationships, but I think that many, many people do that all the time. I've done it, but also I've, lived a long life, and I famously been in a lot of different kinds of relationships and stuff. No, I don't think that is ideal. I think that that's not mature. That's not what you should be doing. If you want to be with somebody else, go be with that person.
Yes.
Just go be with them. It's as simple as that. Who are you protecting? And you're not protecting your partner. You're being a coward. You're lying to yourself if you're saying, oh, I'm protecting them. What are you protecting them from? You don't even care about them. So you may as well let them know that you're a little rat and then go and be a little rat with somebody else. That's what I think. I don't know. But I think lining up the next thing, I mean, a relationship shouldn't be a job. I mean, it'll definitely be hard work, but it's not supposed to be a job, right? I mean, I think it makes sense. Like people have like little crushes, their eye on people, you know, but they don't like really entertain it. I mean, we all have eyes, you know, the hills have eyes, and that's normal. But there's a difference between like actively pursuing and locking in and being like, I'm lining this person up. I'm sniffing it out to see if they want to be with me, and like having a little crush.
That's true.
You know,
I feel like that's something a man would do.
What? Have a little crush or lining somebody up?
Lining someone up.
Women do it too. Oh, women do it too.
Love the one you're with, right?
Love the one you're with. We're so big on that. Okay, here we go. Okay, Kath. This is AskMen.
Okay.
Above average looking men. What are the downsides of being good looking that no one realizes?
I'm so happy you found this post.
Okay, so am I trolling? Yes. Okay, here's the thing. Before I read any of the comments, my personal opinion is if you post that, you have to provide a photo. We as a Reddit subreddit community, you have to get at least 100 upvotes that you are an above average looking man.
Okay.
Because, honey, the amount of 4s that think that they're 7s, men think that they are so damn charming. Why? Because their moms have been telling them that their whole life. Men are so inflated in how they look, the majority of them. And women, it's the opposite. And that's why we see so many examples of drop dead gorgeous angels with little trolls. And you're like, how the did they end up together? And that's because men will think that I mean, there's so many examples that are coming to mind. What's the little guy with the curly hair and Disney Girl? Benny and Selena. Okay. He's got to have some riz. Something's going on because it's not the looks. She's literally a movie, you know, she's a TV. Yeah. So number one, before we say anything, I think that if you're going to post in a group on behalf of above average looking men, drop the headshot and then we'll decide. And then I'll hear your comment. Top commenter, people assume you're a player because you have options. Trust isn't initial. I want to hear what you think, Kath.
People will assume you're a player because you have options.
That's pretty funny.
That's true. I mean, I've never met a good-looking man who's a virgin.
Oh, wow.
You know.
A good-looking man who's a virgin.
I also had someone tell me before that men are as faithful as their options.
Jesus. Do you think that's true? That they're as faithful as their options. So, meaning if a man feels that he has sort of achieved the peak of what he could maybe pull, then he'll be faithful. Otherwise, he would be open to cheating, or
no, in terms of I'm a high value man,
of course,
good looking, or I have money, or I have whatever I gatekeep. If I can sleep with women, I'm less likely to be faithful to the one that I'm with.
Damn, that's dark. So I want to read a few more of these comments because there's so many men weighing in. And I'm simply like, I don't even think I've ever seen this many above average looking men by the amount of comments. Okay. Here's something hard for this guy. Interestingly enough, none of them have profile photos. Okay. Okay, let's hear from this hottie. This is what's hard for him being above average looking man. When I talk to a couple, the guy gets self-conscious and defensive, no matter how much I'll be acting uninterested. This poor guy, he's constantly just threatening all these men around him. People assume you're a fuckboy. I am. Kath? What do you think? What are the downsides?
I would say
that no one realizes. Let me phrase it this way. As an above average woman, You are. As an above average looking woman, we can get 100 votes on that. What are the downsides of being good looking that no one realizes?
Well, I can't speak to women, but I do find that with men, and maybe it's both genders, like the better looking you are,
Yeah.
you usually maybe have less of an entertaining personality.
Yeah.
I think there's something to be said for, if you've been affirmed your whole life.
Just for that.
Yes, just on the basis of looks.
You're going to be less motivated to fill out the rest of your personhood and personality. I know you can't speak for women, but you can't speak for yourself. You're not declaring that. I'm declaring that. I know that I could get 100 upvotes. I could apply my same rule. Do you feel like there are any downsides? Do people make assumptions about you? Or
I mean, I think life is full of assumptions, regardless of how.
So you're not going to answer
how
the
we're
question?
packaged.
So you're not going to answer what the downsides are because you won't own it. I mean, how about this? I have many above average looking female friends, and multiple of them have said that men will take them less seriously and will not respect or will assume that their intellect is lower because they are more conventionally attractive. I feel like that feels like it's probably true. Maybe for similar reasons, right? Of, oh, well, this girl didn't bother why she wouldn't have been hitting the books.
Yeah.
Right? Do you think it's that, or am I missing
I think that's
something?
probably true. I've never experienced that really.
Yeah. You've never experienced what? That people have assumed that you have
That people assume I
are not
wasn't
intelligent?
hitting the books.
No, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious you're hitting the books, but.
Would a 13-year age gap, AskMen relationships again, stop you from dating someone you love? I, 36 female, have been talking to a guy, 23 male, for about 9 months now.
Okay.
We live on different continents, but we met 3 times while on holiday and never stopped texting after that. We started out as friends. I mean, we kissed, but didn't think we'd keep talking. Eventually, we caught feelings. He'd always text me whenever he could and always made time for me. We even reached a point where we can say, I love you before we go to bed.
Oh.
He says he loves me, but he won't do anything because of the 13-year age gap. When I ask where this is going, he changes his answers. Some days he doesn't care what people think. Other days he worries about what his parents think.
Yep.
Or he'd say he's not ready, but doesn't know why. It goes in circles. I kind of feel like there's more to it than that. People often say I look 25, and when he met me, he thought I was his age too. So I don't get why the age gap matters if we get along and connect well. I said I'd visit him, and he said okay at first, but then he said it's too much pressure because what if things don't turn out well and I flew all the way there? He said he'd come see me instead because he'd already be where I am anyway, so it wouldn't feel stressful or pressured. But that's in 7 months, and I can't wait that long.
Oh.
He says he loves me, but there's no action and no plan. I'm curious how men think in situations like this. Is fear or a hesitation common, even when feelings are real?
Right.
Or does I love you sometimes just stay as words?
Whoa. Okay, the guy's 23 and the girl's 36. So this is literally 90 Day Fiance.
Yes.
One of my favorite shows of all time.
Different countries.
The age gap. I think that he wants to visit her because he probably lied about where he lives. He probably lives with his family and grandparents and parents, and that's why she can't come stay there. He probably lied and said he had some kind of bachelor pad or whatever. That's fine. What do you think?
Do you think age gaps can work in couples?
Yes. I think it matters almost less on the actual amount of years that are the difference in age. And I think it almost matters more about what the ages of those individuals are. So I would say a 23-year-old male and a 36-year-old female could never be me, because that is not, I would, if I was ever going to date a man again, they would have to be probably 50 years older, because they would need that much time to catch up to where me and my friends got to in, 9th grade. So they'd have to be much older. So my issue is like, Yeah, I just think a 23-year-old, like that's going to be tough. Their brain is not fully developed. That's no shade. That
Yeah,
was all of
so
us. That's
young.
so young.
So young.
That it's like, are they still in
Mhm.
school? Like are just still learning how to like drink, unless they're in Europe, the drinking age is different or something, or Canada. But like, I don't know. I think that would be tough. But I can see, they don't say this, but I can see if this 36-year-old female is like, I just want someone who, I don't care if he's dumb as rocks, I just want him to blow my back out,
Yeah,
then that's valid.
that's true.
But are you going to try to build a life with them? That's going to be harder. And that's why that is a TV show with many, many spinoffs.
Mhm.
What do you think, though? Can age gap, do you think there's anything wrong with age gap relationships? Can they work? When do they not work?
I think they work
Yeah.
if it works for both people.
Hmm.
I personally kind of like to keep generationally
Mhm.
based.
Yes. Because then it starts to get awkward when it's like they
So
don't
I
even
can
know
do
what the hell
about
you're
like
talking about.
you know, what are the oldest millennials? 1980?
I think it's like 84
Mm-hmm.
or 3, something like that. Yeah, so like a good old fashioned like plus or minus 10
Yeah.
maybe, or it also just depends on the person, and it depends on the people, like everything. It's hard to just make these like huge statements, because there's people that are chronologically young but are really wise, and
Mm-hmm.
vice versa. There's people who are old as hell and they've not learned a lesson in their
I
damn
think so too.
life.
And that's the thing too. I think I love learning from partners.
Yes,
I'm not saying I can't learn from a 23-year-old.
right.
It feels a little less likely.
It feels less likely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I mean it's a little bit of a game of odds here. I also think that like there's drawbacks to being with like, I mean, have you ever been in an age gap relationship as the female with a younger man?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it can be a vibe.
Definitely. It seems almost a 40s, like mid 40 vibe.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
Post divorce.
Right. Exactly. Like kind of like it's giving MILF.
Mhm.
It's giving like,
Love that energy.
I love that energy
Yeah.
too. But I would say like for women out there who want to take
Like
advice.
your trainer.
Yes.
You know.
Oh, of course.
I think it's a
Help
great.
me stretch, honey. Yeah. I mean, simply take care of my lumbar and then blow my back out. Like that is a beautiful energy. Like, thank God that we get to engage in that when we're lucky enough to. But I feel like I have been with men that have been like 1 or 2 years younger than me. Feels like it's about 15 years.
Mhm.
So you can get those kicks. You don't even have to go such a wide,
Yeah.
a wide
Definitely.
difference. That's what I would say. Okay, this is NSFW. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay. This is in the AskMen Reddit thread. Not suitable for work, 18 and over. How do you navigate a partner only being able to, quote, finish with a toy? I'm more so curious on an interesting dichotomy I have noticed in how people perceived connection. Do you feel connected to someone who cannot reach completion with you alone? Does it change how you feel towards sex? So how do you navigate a partner only being able to finish with a toy? The men want to know.
I don't think it's any less of a connection.
Right,
I think our anatomy is different.
right.
That's the reality. So I don't think you should take it personally.
That's such a good point.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great point. Because I was scrolling through the comments to try to get myself pissed off, and somebody pointed that out. They were like, well, how would you feel as a woman if your guy couldn't get off unless you put a vibrator on his dick? And I'd feel like many women, because that's a thing. And then also, yeah, a lot of men don't have any problem. And like, again, there's exceptions to every situation. It's different with everybody. But like, I think we can all agree that typically men have less trouble
Yes.
achieving completion, as our original poster so eloquently put, than women. I'm kind of like, what's with the ego?
Yeah, I think you shouldn't take it personally.
Why are you
And
taking it
things
personal?
can
'Cause it's
deepen over
not personal.
time.
Exactly. But also,
You
I
know
don't think
how,
it's an
like-
indication of a lack of depth of connection,
Yeah, I don't think so either.
But it feels so ego-based to be like, oh, what, like my big dick isn't doing it for you. Like now you have to use a toy. And it's like, number one, reflect, because maybe it isn't.
Yes.
Maybe read a book, learn something, listen to a podcast. Maybe go to the Ask Women thread, not Ask Your Boys. What? What do you?
Oh my goodness.
What is shocking about that?
That was just such a funny take on it.
What do you mean?
No, like read a book. Maybe
But,
that'll
like-
help her come.
Well, because like educate yourself. And I would start with an anatomy book. Do you know where some of these basic important parts are? Many of you don't. That's okay. Like all
That's
of us
true.
don't. We didn't like the sex ed. Oh my God. It's a joke, right? Like women are also ignorant. We also all have to like learn about our bodies. Like that's everybody's responsibility. But if you're having sex with someone, yes, I don't think it's ridiculous advice. If you are so thrown off that your partner needs a toy, you should be happy that they're even like, it's just so selfish to me. Like,
Well, I
what is
think
the
that,
ego?
like,
You should be
if-
happy they're coming.
I think he could gamify the situation and prioritize figuring out how to get her off naturally,
Which he's not
instead of
done.
taking to Reddit.
Correct. Of course, but he's not going to do that. And he's also not going to look up what any of these basic parts are. Perhaps we can provide some sort of chart or documentation as a helpful tool for people. But like, that's why I'm not even being facetious. I literally think that they need to like read a book or Google some stuff.
I'm in agreement.
Do you want to hear any of these commenters?
Oh yeah.
Okay. You be the best toy operator you can be. It's really that simple. Yup, it's both a science and an art. Really enjoyable when you get her good. If you do it right, you could be making her go to space and quote, see stars. Okay, I'm never gonna be able to come again. And she'll look at you like a wizard with great powers. It's hard for a woman to get herself off like a good toy operator can. You have such better angle, leverage, control, and power. Okay, now we've gone off the deep end the other direction. Women can get themselves off just fine with their own vibrators. You don't have a magic angle and thing on it. Yes, learn how to use it. Learn how to use your own hands and your mouth. Put some facts into your brain about someone else's body that you're attempting to fuck. These could all be helpful things. But the issue is not, you should be excited. That means that they are like fun and want to experiment and want to try stuff. Like, what do you want? Like an Amish wife where you're like fucking through a sheet and I don't know.
I think it's Hasidic Jews, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, them too. They're not the only ones. Yeah, of course.
Okay, next one.
Mm-hmm.
How do you recognize when a woman is treating you as a resource/utility rather than a potential partner?
Ooh.
And how do you handle it? I've noticed a pattern with some women I've dated where the interaction feels entirely one directional. I'm being treated as a means to an end rather than a person they're genuinely interested in. What I'm talking about. They need emotional support, validation, or companionship for activities, but show zero interest in what I might need. When I express a need or vulnerability, it's conveniently ignored or dismissed. I'm useful for running errands, physical tasks, being their plus one, filling their time. There's never reciprocity. They take freely, but the moment I need something, suddenly they're busy or unavailable. If I stop being useful or set a boundary, they disappear and move on to the next guy. The confusing part, these women seem very intentional about this. They're not looking for a relationship. They're looking for extractable resources.
Whoa.
But they never communicate this honestly. Instead, they keep you in orbit as long as you're useful. It feels like I'm being interviewed for multiple positions.
Damn.
Emotional support guy, handyman, event companion, but never considered as an actual partner. The skills/effort are completely imbalanced. I give, they take, they know exactly what they're doing, and they're very strategic about finding men who will tolerate it. My questions. Have you experienced this? Women who date/interact with you purely for utility while having zero intention of actual partnership? How do you recognize this pattern early? What are the red flags? How do you handle it? Do you call it out, walk away, set boundaries? Is this just modern dating culture now? Or am I encountering a specific type and need to screen better? When dealing with these personalities, how do I verbalize diplomatically that only when I get XYZ, you will ABC in exchange? If there's no deal, we are off.
Yikes.
I'm not trying to generalize all about women. I'm just asking about a specific pattern I keep encountering, looking for practical advice. So how do you recognize when a woman is treating you as a resource/utility rather than a partner, and what to do about it?
I think that something really important, if you're ever in a position of placing yourself in a position where you're giving random people advice, such as ourselves, I think it's important to recognize when maybe you shouldn't speak on an issue. Because personally, I struggle with the exact same thing in many facets of my life.
Okay.
And so I would also be open to practical suggestions, because I've been feeling that exact feeling in my life historically, and I'm definitely feeling it in the present, where I do feel like I often end up as a utility for other people. And I do feel like there are many people in my life, unfortunately, that treat me like I am their servant or TaskRabbit or therapist, but they don't seem to recognize maybe that I am, three-dimensional and have feelings. And I do think ultimately that's probably on me to, remove myself from those situations.
So
It's
my
complicated.
advice was going to be, maybe this is an instance of developing a personality,
But now
your relatedness just kind of beat me to that punchline.
Damn.
Undercut that punchline.
Because I'm hoping, because you think I have a personality. So you don't think that's the issue at
Yes.
play. Yes. No, I don't think my personality is the issue in these dynamics. I think it is probably my, wanting like love and acceptance and my genuine desire to be a goody boy for people in my life. Like I do feel good to do things for people. Like that also makes me feel good. But when it gets to the point where it crosses over into the doormat territory, then it doesn't feel good. And it doesn't feel good when things are not reciprocated in anything. But I don't know how to give practical advice to this, because I need to read the damn advice.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, in terms of this man, this pattern with women, I think, well, let's see here. The red flag, this is a top comment. Red flag is lack of reciprocity. I finally broke this pattern of dating women like this upon meeting my current girlfriend. She does small things for me.
Yeah. It's a gut thing though. I think like you feel that stuff kind of early on if you are tuned in. Like I think you always do kind of know on some level when that is kind of happening. And so maybe it's like developing the wherewithal or the bravery to stand up for yourself at an earlier point, or to walk away at an earlier point.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you do always feel it,
I think in terms of the male perspective too, like he should, one, step into his daddy energy and find a woman who wants to be led by him.
Right.
Bottom line.
Right. Yeah, I think that could work. I think also like there are like a lot of people that are, people pleasers in a lovely way, people pleasers in a more extreme way. There's people that really show their love through acts of service. They receive their love through acts of service. So I don't think it all has to be negative. I think there's a way where people that have this disposition of the people that want to help and do all the things for people that they care about, like there's a way where that can be really lovely. Again, it's when it crosses into the territory that we're in. If you feel exploited, disrespected, not reciprocated, then it's not okay. But there is a world where it doesn't have to look like, and every time that you give me a card, I give you a card, and you get me this gift, and that's not real. We're not robots. Like we don't, and I'm very against keeping score like that of like, oh, well, I did this, and this. Please, God, don't do anything for me if you're going to hold it against me at a later time. I would rather have nothing than have you be listing in your head all these things that you're always doing for me and just quietly getting resentful. Speak
Could
up.
not agree more.
Speak up or don't do it. Because then now I'm like, oh, so was all that fake? Or, you got to let people know. AskMen. My wife just asked me this question. What's the male counterpart for 6 feet, 6 inches, 6 figures? So women sometimes say they want a man who's 6 feet tall, makes 6 figures. And as I've seen it, either has a six-pack abs or a 6-inch member. Do men have a similarly superficial standard that indicates a set of desirable traits for a woman who you'd want to date? What do you think? Have you ever heard of that?
No, I haven't.
The 666, famously the devil. And I think that's
Shout
where
out.
it starts, right? Shout out.
Taylor
Shout
Sheridan.
down. Yeah. But I've never heard
Is
that.
that his ranch?
What? Who's ranting?
Taylor Sheridan's Ranch.
I don't know.
Is 3 sixes or 4? I can't remember.
I think it's 3. I mean, it's 6 feet. They're kind of throwing in a 4th. It's like they want 6 feet tall, 6-inch dick, make 6 figures. Or I guess some people are saying you can either have a 6-inch dick or a 6-pack. Dream big. Let's have both. Obviously, I would personally take. Wait, actually, it's not obvious. What would you take just of those two, 6-inch dick or a 6-pack? What would you want? Which would you pick? Kath, it's just a fun question.
Yeah.
Which would you pick?
It depends.
Oh my God. Abs all the way. They can wear a strap on. Okay, is there an equivalent, do you think, for women?
I don't know. I mean, isn't that why God invented breast augmentation?
Right. So then what would the 3 things be? So it'd be like double D's. What are the other 3 that men would have that would be equally as superficial? Because that is really
snatched
superficial.
Waist and
Snatched
then a
waist
BBL.
and a fat ass. Okay, you cracked the code.
Yeah.
Double D, snatch waist, and a fat ass. Okay, so I am literally gonna go back to dating men because they're gonna love me. Kath, I know that I pushed you this episode.
I loved it. I think we solved so many problems.
We solved so many problems.
Rooting for men as always.
As always, famously.
And if people have any issues they want more advice with, they can write into the subreddit.
Yes. Oh my God, write into the subreddit, especially men, if you need any advice. But if
we are your
anybody,
cheerleaders.
We're literally your cheerleaders. And honestly, we couldn't be coming from more different places half the time, so you're not going to get the same advice. So, you'll have like a little bit of a spread there. But yeah, I think that's the app.
All right.